Hello and good morning, it's Phil Thatch and I'm here with Heather at the Sebastian Inlet Tidal Pool, and we're hoping to see some interesting wildlife this morning. We've made a rookie or a Tennessee mistake. We have left our cameras in the air conditioning last night, and as we arrived here, even though it's cool this morning, our lenses are fogging up horribly, so we're going to have to wait a little bit until they acclimate, and we'll have to remember next time to leave them in the trunk of the car instead of in the hotel room if we come here again. We're not seeing the Osprey activity that this place is famous for, but it is July, which is not the right time of year. But we are seeing lots and lots of wading birds, including the rarest wading bird of all, the Reddish Egret. What an amazing morning of bird photography we had there at the Sebastian Inlet. Here's a snowy egret with beautiful golden hour light. And look, here's a 100 millimeter shot of a wood stork. Whoever thought you would use the 100 millimeter end? Here's a beautiful shot of a reddish egret, the rarest egret of them all. It was my favorite bird of the morning. Here's another reddish egret shot. But we also made photographs of brown pelicans, which Heather loves these brown pelicans. And I'm a huge fan personally of the snowy egret. So I made sure to take advantage of the snowy egret photography opportunities that we had that morning. But again, my favorite was the reddish egret. It's really a beautiful bird and so rare. This is the first time I've seen, look at this, super hyper up close wood stork shot, 451 millimeters. As I was saying, this is the first time I've ever seen a reddish egret any place except the Black Point Wildlife Drive on Merritt Island. And this is the closest I've ever gotten to a reddish egret here at the tidal pool at the Sebastian Inlet. So as you can see, I took a number of photographs of the beautiful reddish egret that was there. I took a little artistic license with the edit on this backlit brown pelican photograph, and I adjusted the white balance a lot to get that gold look. And now it's another reddish egret as it was walking around. Now we'll look at some of Heather's photographs. She got this reddish egret as it was skipping along in the waves, so that was really cool that she got it airborne. And here's another shot she got of the reddish egret with its beautiful wings spread out, so that was really nice. There was a juvenile white ibis there. I didn't get any photographs of it, but Heather made a couple of beautiful shots of the young white ibis. And I was really fond of these rocks that were there in the tidal pool area. I thought they added something, and Heather's angle was a little bit different, so she had some of the big rocks of the jetty in the background. And look at this amazingly beautiful shot she got of this brown pelican up on the rocks of the jetty. Here's a reddish egret that Heather photographed, and again, Heather loves the brown pelicans, so she made sure to get photographs of them as they were flying by. This is an immature brown pelican. The last one that Heather shot was an adult. Here's one of Heather's shots of the beautiful reddish egret, and she got a shot of the brown pelican as it was just about to take off from the jetty area. Back home in Tennessee, we see double-crested cormorant all the time, so I didn't photograph the cormorant, but Heather got a nice shot of one of the two cormorants that was around, and she got another photograph of an immature brown pelican in flight. Then she got a photograph of the jetty waiting super dork there with his Canon R7 and 100 to 500, and a picture of a brown pelican adult as it was swimming there. We're seeing lots of shorebirds, some sort of plover or sandpiper or something. Heather thinks they might be willet. Heather was absolutely correct in her identification in the field of this shorebird as a willet, and we were really lucky to get some photographs of the willet as they were eating crabs there in the shallow water of the tidal pool. It was so cool to watch them running around and hunting these little crabs and eating them. And Heather noticed the behavior before I did. I was concentrating on that reddish egret. Here's an immature willet that we also saw. The other ones that were with the crabs were more mature ones. And this is a female boat-tailed grackle that I photographed there in the tidal pool area. Here's Heather's shots of the willet. She got lots of shots, beautiful shots of the willet with crabs that it was eating. The willet have dark eyes, which I normally don't like, but the low sun in the sky was allowing their dark eyes to catch a little glint in them that I thought was really beautiful, and Heather did a great job capturing them as they were capturing and eating crabs there in the shallow water of the tidal pool. Heather got a picture of the Reddish Egret juggling a fish. Really awesome. Small on the frame, so she's going to have to crop a lot, but it's good and sharp. The Reddish Egret didn't do any fishing while it was close to us when we were shooting at 200 or 300 millimeters, but this one was way across on the other side of the tidal pool. Heather used 500 millimeters to capture this shot, and she cropped a lot, but it was still great that she made this picture because this was definitely something that we wanted to capture. We found some beautiful wildflowers right here. On this little beautiful yellow flower, I did my regular one bloom in focus and one bloom out of focus bokeh-fied rule of thirds shot. And the 100 to 500 does great for flower photography. And more right here. I looked this flower up on Google image search, and it has many names, but the most obvious one is Beach Morning Glory, and I think it's the most beautiful morning glory flower that I've ever seen. I made this little video clip 500 millimeters and cropped all the way across the tidal pool of the Reddish Egret with its unusual fishing style. It will kind of prance along, and when it finds some minnows, it will spread its wings out and try to school them, and then it will run them beneath the water, and then it'll turn around. Once it gets them all together, it'll turn around and bag one, just like that. What an amazing bird. It's so beautiful the way it fishes. I wish it had been much, much closer. I would like to have tried to get some still images of the beautiful bird as it was doing this fishing technique. But it was still nice just to be able to observe it. This place is definitely well worth the entry fee, which I think was what, $7 and something? Yeah. And they take credit cards. We were worried because we got here and realized that there was an entry fee and we didn't have any cash, but fortunately they took plastic. And we appreciate you joining us from the tidal pool at the Sebastian Inlet. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell. Bye-bye.